Alright guys, we're back from our Asian supermarket and we was thinking what to cook. So today I think we're gonna do is a nice rainy day. So you need some comfort food. Comfort food to me is something warm and filling and making you feel all good. So we got some nice Eddoes. So we're gonna do some crushed Eddoes. And to go with that, we're gonna do some stew beef and some pork stew too, because mom don't eat beef. And we got our aromatics here. We're gonna do stews with nice tomatoes, onion, garlic, shallot, thyme, or trusted beri pepper and pimento pepper. And we got some chili pepper we're gonna add in too. Then we're gonna do a nice stir fry with some bell peppers, snow peas or flat peas, green beans, and some bean sprout. So we can throw down in the kitchen today and get this going. So I'm gonna start prepping my stuff and show you the next step in a few, guys. Stay with us. It's Sunday, fun day. Alright guys, since this was such a nice piece of pork, I'm just gonna like pot roast it in a little bit of veggies. So I drizzle a little bit of oil. I'm going in with some cracked garlic. I didn't dice them, they're just cracked for flavor. So not a lot of oil, because you know pork has a little bit of fat on it. So I'm just gonna go in here, wake up this garlic flavor. Then I'm gonna add my pork. So let me wake this up a little. And we have our Eddoes boiling there. Look how good this piece of pork has been seasoned nicely with garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, some paprika, salt, and we got that going. So this garlic has started to caramelize a little bit. I don't want it to burn, so I'm gonna go in and add the piece of pork to that now. Get a nice sear on the meat. When you get a nice sear on the meat, it locks in the flavor and keep it nice and moist in the middle, while the edges are nice with a little crisp on it. So I'm gonna sear this nicely. Let this sear on the end here for a little bit. Then I'm going to flip it and do the other side. So I don't want too much of heat, because this cast iron holds a lot of heat. So.
And I noticed that you love this cast iron pan.
Yeah, cast iron cooks your food and gives it a nice flavor. And it holds heat, so you cook with a consistent temperature. So I love my.
It don't burn easily. It don't stick to the pot like some.
It do if you it does stick, but you have to have a nice seasoned cast iron where you keep it oiled. After you finish, you clean it and you keep it oiled so it doesn't break down and get rusty or anything. So see, our meat is getting a nice sear on the outside. I'm gonna flip it over and get the inside going. The other side.
Let's take a peep in the pot with the Eddoes here.
Oh, let me see what my Eddoes look like. Our Eddoes are boiling away in some salted water. So we got that going there. And we got this pork going nicely. I'm gonna flip it now. Oh, see that? Got some nice color on the outside.
That's what you're looking for?
Yes. And that locks in the flavor of the meat. When you sear it, it locks in the flavor of the meat.
Normally I would have went to Home Depot and buy a padlock to lock it in, but you got a different style, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So for this now, I'm going to add some thyme.
Kindly stand.
Yeah. Get some thyme going in here. And onions. I didn't dice my onions either. I put a rough chop on them. These are gonna give the meat a nice flavor. And it's gonna cook nicely. And once this is finished searing, I'm gonna add these bad boys. Some chili pepper.
These chili peppers remind me a lot of the boiled pepper from back home.
Yeah, but they're not as spicy though.
No, they're not as spicy, but it's the
They
same
have
look.
a nice flavor. They have a nice flavor to them. So I stuff my onions in between. And this is going to give this meat some nice flavor when it's going down. And the cast iron cooks quickly. So I'm going to lower this a little. And I have a little bit of white wine here. Since pork is a white meat, I'm going to add a little bit of this. Any type of wine, white wine could work. This is what I happen to have on hand. So I'm going to add, let me get a lid. So sometimes when you hit the pot with this, a little bit of, sometimes you get some fire depending on what you got. And the alcohol cooks out. And it gives it a nice taste. See that? And the pot going nicely. Now I'm going to add these bad boys. I'm just going to do a rough chop. I don't want a lot of heat in the pot, just some flavor to this meat. I'm going to do this, layer it around. And you can add chicken stock, but I didn't have any chicken stock, or so the bouillon with water gives it the flavor of a stock. I'm going to add some water. And this is going to all cook out. Let this go. Yes. See how good that looks? I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Our meat has already been salted, so just a tiny bit. And some black pepper. And I'm going to put the lid on this. I'll let it go for a little bit. So this, I usually lower my flame and let it cook.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm going to let that go slowly until everything cooks nicely. We got some ginger on the meat, some onion powder, garlic powder, so we have all those flavors going on in the pot. So this is gonna go nicely. I'm gonna keep this going while I finish prepping my beef for the beef stew. Alright, our Eddoes were finished boiling and we put it in, we smash them and have them here, so we're gonna mix some butter in. And I'm gonna do a little bit of garlic truffle oil to go over that too. I'm gonna show you that in a in a step. So let me check on my pork that's been going for a while. Look how good this looks. I did flip it over on the other side, and it has a nice thick sauce going here. I added some red pepper flakes to it, and we have these onions and the nice chili peppers in here. So I keep going in and drizzling it with the sauce to let the flavors mesh in there.
That looks good, man.
Yes, I'm gonna add my carrots now, and these can cook, and I did them with some rough chop, not too small so that they can mash easily. All these flavors are going to be immersed into the pork. So, and if you find it's getting the water's getting low, you just add a little bit more. I added some more ginger powder and a few cloves, not a lot. So this is going to keep cooking. My temperature is not too high, so it's going to slow cook and roast and cook nicely on this stove. So I'm going to check this, keep checking on this while it cooks. And this is what it's looking like, guys. You can even add a little more wine to give it a nice little flavor. I like that flavor coming through. The alcohol cooks out, so this is good. And this is gonna be delicious. It smells so good. Oh my gosh, and it looks good too. So this is gonna keep cooking. I have to change my lid because I need a lid that's not resting on the pork. So this lid is perfect. All right. All right, guys. So my Eddo, I'm gonna season my Eddo a little bit. I'm gonna melt some butter and add some garlic paste. So it's gonna have that nice garlicky flavor taste. Give it a nice little seasoning. And just for a tiny bit of heat, I'm gonna add just a little bit of red pepper flakes, not a lot. You can add as much as you like or as little. And this is, I'm gonna drizzle this over the Eddoes and mix it in nicely. I'm gonna season it, so I'm gonna add a little bit of salt, because you know when you boil your Eddoes, sometimes you don't have enough salt. We did boil it in salted water, but not a whole lot. So just a little bit of salt to flavor it. Give it that nice flavor. And this smells so good. Gonna give it that nice garlicky flavor. Give me a little more heat, because we Caribbean people like our heat, but not too much. We did add some butter in already, so this is just extras. Let that garlic start to caramelize nicely, get a little bit of brown on it. Flavors coming through. Look how good this looks. Oh man, this is a brown butter, you would say, when you brown it a little bit in the pan. You don't let it burn, just brown it up a little bit. And it tastes so good. Alright, this is ready. So I'm gonna rest it here. And I made sure I use an oven proof dish. So that this can either go in the oven or be out the oven. So this is good to rest it on the hot stove. Look how good this looks. You drizzle this over. And we're gonna mix it in. So in all, this is like 1.5 stick of butter we use. So we're gonna mix this in now. Cream this in nicely. And you could add some chives or green onions in here, yeah, to give it a nice flavor. I like my food to be well seasoned. I don't like my food bland.
And how we're doing the crushed Eddoes with the beef stew and the pork.
Yeah.
You could also do crushed cassava just like this.
Yeah.
That taste is awesome also.
So look how good this looks. You can eat this as is. For all those who are vegetarian or not eating a lot of meat, you could do some steamed fish. So some people are like, they just eat like seafood.
Steamed fish with this is awesome too.
Yeah, you could do some steamed fish. and put on top of this. And this is what our cream potatoes look like, or mashed potato, or crushed potato as we just say in Guyana. This is what it looks like.
Probably.
Alright guys. Alrighty, we're gonna start our beef stew now. So I have some oil heating in the pressure cooker. I'm gonna start adding my onions and garlic and stuff. I'm gonna add these in. Add in my pimento and my very pepper. And the two of those. I'm gonna start getting a little fry on these. Yes. So this is going down in the pot, guys. Let me start adding my tomatoes so they can start breaking down a little.
A lot of tomatoes.
Yeah. I'm cooking a stew. I just do like a rough chop on all my stuff because it breaks down anyway in the pot. And then when you're eating it over, like your crushed Eddoes and stuff, I like my little onions and little bits of tomatoes and whatever on top. So I'm gonna do the white part of the green onions.
Yeah. Remember this morning when we went to the supermarket and it stopped to buy the cane juice?
Yeah.
So when I told the guy I need a cane juice, the guy started speaking to me in Hindi.
For real?
Yep. I like, what did you say? And he repeated it. I don't understand you. Yeah, he said, man, I thought you come from India, sorry. He said he is from he is from where? Nepal.
Oh, Nepal. Okay.
So he added, what he was asking me was if I needed the lemon juice and the ginger added to the cane juice. So I told him, I said, you know what? Please do. I never tried that before because we are accustomed to drinking the cane juice. Just pure. We never add those stuff in it, but he added it and it tastes lovely.
Nice. So now we're gonna start adding our beef. And when I'm doing a stew, I like my bones in there. So we got some short rib. But these short rib look like they're really short on the meat. They gave us I think they cut off a lot of the meat. I don't know. This was a lean cow, a really mega cow. And I add some soft bones too. Because I like these in a stew. It gives it that good flavor.
It got some meat. It got some meat.
Yeah, it got some meat. But I was thinking of getting a nice meaty short rib.
You're smart, you're there.
I'm gonna start putting a fry on these now. And look, yeah, my heat is on high. So this is gonna start. I like all this meaty water that it release. Everything gonna dry out. And then we're gonna start adding our aromatics. I do add a little bit of tomato paste. Some Italian seasoning. I'm going with my salt, my chicken bouillon, some paprika, some cracked black pepper, and some ground ginger. And to that, I'm gonna add these nice little star anise and some cinnamon sticks, and throw in 2 clove sticks too. And I'm still gonna add these little chilies with my green fine leaf thyme. So that's gonna go
Could you
in
show
the
me
pot.
the ground ginger again?
Oh,
Dave, straight out of Guyana.
okay, yeah. Dave's gone. I need to stop up because it's almost gone.
Gotta call Dave.
I'm gonna get this going. And then I'm gonna cook this down in the pressure cooker till it tenderizes nicely. You can either put it in a slow cooker and let it go for a couple of hours, but we rushed on time. So I'm gonna do the pressure cooker today with you guys. No, I really don't use that a lot. I like my meats to slow cook, but with these bones, throw it in the pressure cooker and you get a nice little tenderization going on it there, man. And then we're gonna continue prepping our veggies to do our stir fry. So we're gonna show you that in a couple of minutes. When this goes down, I'm gonna show you when I'm adding my other stuff there. So let this water dry out. Alright guys, our pork has been finished cooking. Let me rest this over here. And look how good this looks. See, it has a nice sauce going on. And all our veggies are tender. Our carrots, see how tender that is? And I'm gonna leave it with this sauce because I need a little bit to go on top of the crushed Eddoes. So I'm gonna turn the heat off. And this is nicely cooked. Look how rich this looks. So this is what our finished pork looks like. I'm gonna cover it and let it rest. You always let your meat rest for like 10 minutes before you slice it. So I'm gonna cover this and let it rest until we're ready to slice. So the heat is off. I'm gonna slide this off the heat of the stove. And our beef is going down nicely.
Beef is going there.
Yes, this is coming down nicely. Almost starting a little fry on it. Yes. So I'm gonna let this go down a little bit more. You know what? It's starting to stick to the bottom of the pan. So I'm gonna start adding some cracked black pepper. Not a lot because we already put those peppers in there. I'm gonna do my smoked paprika. And I always add my tomato paste so this could get a fry on. This cooks out that metallic taste. So I'm gonna add that in now. And this is gonna start coating this meat and getting a nice fry on it. You want a nice rich beef stew. So,
oh, you don't want a cheap beef stew, you want a rich beef stew.
rich taste in it. I'm trying to get technical with me now, boy. A nice rich tasting beef stew. And start adding my Italian seasoning. That's taking too long for me. You can hear the meat starting to fry.
Yep.
Season it up with my chicken bouillon. Some of this ginger.
Come on, for Dave's.
And of course some salt. Let this fry nicely now. This is going nicely. I'm gonna keep frying this for like a minute. Then I have some more tomatoes that I chopped up. I'm gonna add this in. Frying like these little bell peppers. I got these fresh from my cousin in Delaware, Gail. She grew these on her tree. This is not really spicy, but it have a really nice flavor to it. A little spice, but a lot of flavor. So we're gonna add these whole things.
The spice of that pepper, the spice is nice. That's why I eat it twice.
Okay. The spice is nice, so you eat it twice and thrice. I got some. My whole sprigs of fine leaf thyme. I just drop them in the pot there. So I'm gonna add these in now. With the stem so they don't break. If you don't add the stem, they tend to crush sometimes. So I'm hoping these don't crush. Because we can get a real spicy beef stew if they crush. And now I'll top them and add these in. And I'm gonna add water enough water to cover this. And then put the lid on and let this go. Add in my star anise and my...
What's the name? Star anise?
Anise. Again, what we just say? And anise powder. Anise seed. Anise.
It's the same thing?
Yeah. Alright. See how good this looks. Alrighty guys, we finished cooking our lunch, our Sunday lunch. So we have the crushed Eddoes. This is the pork. We got some nice mobby and some, this is our veggies for our beef stew. And Brian made a nice salad. So we're gonna be enjoying this today, guys. We got a diet mobby. This is the diet one. Oh.
This is a diet.
Oh, that's the diet. Okay. Yes, so. And we got our little fall theme going on. It's fall, so we're getting a nice warm filling meal in our stomach. So we're gonna be digging in and enjoying this, guys. Wish you was here to share with us. Alright guys. We're gonna be digging in now. Mama dear. Get you there some good crochet because I know you like that, right? I don't know. And we did some pork for you. That's enough? Okay. Alright. We got nice pork. Look, we got diet mobby for you. Diet mobby. And you like a piece with the skin on it, right?
Pork look good, boy.
Yeah.
It does smell so nice, Granny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's done. Smells so delicious. And I took out your sauce out of the pork because I should drizzle that nicely. Granny, you're gonna enjoy today.
Nice enjoying the food every day.
Right? There's the spirit. Some nice veggies. Tell me if you know one is enough. I don't know you.
Okay.
That's enough. Alright. So now I'm gonna plate mine.
From this side.
Oh, you want some of this salad,
This
Mom?
got pepper, Jay.
Oh, it got pepper.
I
You forgot,
do
Mom.
some, yeah, I do some
Alright.
weird
It's
stuff.
alright.
It's spicy, but come Mom, eat a little
Well,
pepper now.
you
She
could try it if
You
it's too
could try it,
spicy.
Mom.
If it's too spicy, she could leave it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can try.
Let's take a little bit.
It got cucumber, green mango, and the
Radish. This is enough for me.
So this put us right there.
Let me try a salad. I hope it's too spicy for you.
You're a big girl, man. You could handle a little pepper.
Is the little ones you put in?
The little ones.
Oh, them don't be so spicy.
hot as well.
They're hot.
Alright.
Okay. Alright.
Which are you going for now?
I'm going for some veggies. I love my veggies.
Alright, since I got a camera, you're gonna do the shot for me, right?
Bye. We got a little tiny table to just suit the three of us. Right, let me start with your veggies.
The Mobby tastes good, boy.
Mm-hmm.
We picked it up at the
Caribbean store.
Caribbean store yesterday, Granny. That's good, yeah.
You know, the last year I drink a Mobby.
The last time you drink Mobby was when Brandon make in Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta buy some Mobby back and make some more.
And look the nice little peppers that we steaming.
Yeah.
We bubbling. I'm gonna put one right there for you so that, or two for you. Oh.
That's good.
Uh-oh. Oh, we got a chili pepper here too. Uh-oh, I'm making a mess. This is messy. That's good.
Yeah, just give me one piece of the pork so I taste it.
Alright.
I'm not too much of a big pork guy, but
I want a nice beef bone, as usual. The bone is it for me. Alright. Can you please pass the pork? I'm going to give you a nice little piece of skin. So there you go with
Yeah,
the
that's
pork. I'm going to try a little piece. Alright. So,
alright, taste this.
Mom, tell me if we pass the
Granny, let me
test,
see.
girl. Tell me. It's a pot roast pork we do.
It tastes good.
It's
Yes,
good.
alright.
The sauce tastes good.
Yep. And the beef stew tastes good too. So, yes. This is a nice comfort food for real.
Let me get a knife.
Oh yes, we forgot to bring knives to the table. Well, what are we gonna
Bring
do?
two, Granny. Yeah.
Two, Mom. Yeah, three.
Alright. Thank you.
Thanks, Ma. And you're gonna taste
Alright,
this,
let me
your
see
meal
now.
there.
This is the thing. What food?
Good food.
What food?
And we get I taste the star anise in it. Wanna taste it? Yeah.
So, thanks for being with us, guys. And
Remember,
remember to like and subscribe. Share this video with others.
drop your comments in the box. Let me
Yep.
know if you're enjoying these videos.
And take care.
Yes.
Peace and love is the message.
Oh yeah, Mom. Your pork good? It's tender enough? Yeah, all right. So we're gonna dig in, guys. Sorry you're not here with us, but we're gonna enjoy for us and y'all. Bye bye now.